Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. In this session, we will explore the part 2, the cultural environment of global markets. This part consists of 3 interrelated chapters, which are Chapter 3, History and Geography, the Foundations of Culture, Chapter 4, Culture Dynamic in Assessing Global Markets, and the Chapter 5, Culture, Management Style and Business System. The cultural environment refers to the social, psychological, and behavioral aspects that characterize a society. It encompasses the shared values, ideas, attitudes, beliefs, and activities of people within a given group. Values represent what a society considers important or desirable. Ideas reflect the way individuals think, innovate, or solve their problems. Attitude describe the emotional response from people hold toward objects, events, or other people. Beliefs are rooted in religion, ethics, or philosophy and shape one's perception of right and wrong, while subgroup activity highlight the influence of smaller communities such as youths, cultures, or ethnic minorities within the broader society. Currently, several key trends to define the modern cultural environment. First, there is increasing cultural diversity. Globalization has brought together people from different backgrounds, creating multicultural societies and diverse consumer bases. Second, we observe the changing social role, particularly as more women enter the workforce. This change alters household structures and consumption patterns. The third one, there is a growing emphasis on health and fitness. Consumers are more conscious about nutrition, exercise, and overall well-being. Finally, there is an increasing desire for convenience. As working hours lengths and lifestyle become busier, consumers seek time-saving solutions from ready-to-eat meals to digital service. This part talk about the history and geography, the foundation of culture. History defines a nation experience, collective memories, and identity. Geography, meanwhile, shape how society interact with the environment and with one another. President John F. Kennedy once remarked, "Geography has made us neighbors. Tradition has made us friends." In contrast, a Mexican proverb states, "Geography has made us closer, but tradition has made us far apart." This contrasting view illustrates how geography can bring nations together physically while historical and cultural tradition may still divide them. In international business, recognizing these historical and geographical contexts helps organizations predict consumer behavior, identify market opportunities, and avoid cultural misunderstanding. Geography and its impacts. Geography imposes both opportunity and constraints on global markets. It encompasses the study on Earth's surface, climate, resource, industry, and human populations. Marketers must consider how physical and environmental conditions influence production, transportation, and consumption. For instance, difference in climate affect product design and marketing strategies. Goods sold in tropical regions may require different packaging or storage conditions than those in temperate climates. Topography, such as presence of mountain or coastline, affect logistics and trade the accessibility. Similarly, the availability of natural resources can determine a country's economic structure and its role in global trade. So, understanding geography is therefore vital when evaluating market potential and crafting region-specific business strategy. Climax refers to the long-term orthographic condition of a particular region, such as temperature, humidity, and precipitation, while tomography refers to the physical features of the Earth's surface, including mountain, plain, valleys, and bodies of water. These factors together determine how society live, what they produce, and how they trade. For instance, extremes in altitude, humidity, and temperature may limit agricultural productivity, affect infrastructure development, and even shape the consumer need. Mountains, ocean, seas, and jungle, while offering natural beauty and resources, can also create barriers to transportation and the communication. This geographical feature often impede economic growth and trade, but making it more expensive or difficult to move goods and connect markets. Poor irrigation and water management, for example, can lead to droughts, floods, and soil erosion, ultimately creating what we call creeping deserts, areas of one fertile land turning into barren regions. Similarly, population pressure, deforestation, and overgrazing worsen the effect of drought, leading to malnutrition and ill health. Moreover, climate and demography interact with other factors such as civil conflicts, weak environmental policies, and natural disasters to slow down the development. Modern economies also face the global challenge of greenhouse gas emission, which threaten both human welfare and the environment. Therefore, sustainable development, balancing economic progress with environmental protection, has become an essential priority for government and business alike. Corporate social responsibility, which is CSR, and environmental management are now integral parts of conducting international business. Finally, we must recognize the importance of natural and human resources in this context. In many underdeveloped regions, human labor remains a primary source of energy. Meanwhile, advances in science and technology are driving the search of alternative fuel sources to reduce dependency on fossil fuels and to promote cleaner, more sustainable forms of energy. Dynamic of global population trend. Population dynamics play a crucial role in shaping global market demand. The world's population is projected to reach approximately 9.8 billion by the year 2050. Several demographic trends are significant for international marketers. First, population growth increases demand for food, housing, and consumer goods. Then, urbanization changes consumption patterns and infrastructure needs. Next, population aging in many developed nations creates new market for healthcare and retirement service. And the last one, worker shortage lead to increased migration and globalization of the labor force. Understanding this trend allow companies to forecast demand, adapt product offerings, and plan workforce strategy accordingly. World trade routes. Trade routes have historical connection nation for facilitating for exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. By the 1500, major trade routes has been established between Europe, Asia, and the America, many of which remain vital to global commerce today. Trade routes represent human efforts to overcome geographical and economic barriers. Examples include the Panama Canal and the Suez Canal, which significantly reduce transportation distance and costs. These routes are the lifeline of the international trade, enabling countries to specialize in production and to access markets worldwide. In a modern context, digital technology has also created new virtual trade routes through global e-commerce platforms, reinforcing the interconnectedness of economies. So, for the next slide, we'll proceed for the next session for this chapter. Thank you for the listening.